morning.
Fine.
How are you, Muhammad?
Fine.
Okay. Inshallah, there is a line quiz tomorrow. Okay. On the first two sections, section 6.1, chromosomes and the meiosis. Section 6.2, process of meiosis. Okay. You have line quiz tomorrow, inshallah, on the first two sections. So I will make a simple revision today for you on the first two sections. Before the start, anyone have a question? Anyone want to ask about anything? Guys, any problem? Okay. I will start the revision. Firstly, section 6.1. 6.1 is talking about the chromosomes and types of chromosomes and types of cells. Firstly, we must know that in humans, we have different types of cells in our bodies. There are two main types. The first type is somatic cell. Somatic cell. And second one, gamete cell. Somatic cell have another name, which is body cell. Body cell. Okay. For the students which join now, tomorrow you have a live quiz on the first two sections, section 6.1 and 6.2, chromosomes and meiosis and process of meiosis. Okay, so today I will make a simple revision for you on the two sections. In section 6.1, it's talking about the types of cells. We have two types, somatic or body cells and gamete cells or sex cells. What is the difference between somatic and gamete? Somatic cell includes all cells except the sex cell. Okay, like skin, kidney, stomach, liver, and so on. And the second difference is somatic cell or body cell are diploid or diploid. And what the meaning of diploid? Diploid means contains the total number of chromosomes. And the number of chromosomes in human being is 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs. So, for example, if a question asks what is the diploid number in somatic cell, for example, and the choices contains 23, 46, 23 pairs, and 46 or 23 pairs. So you must choose the last one. 46 right, 23 pairs right. So both of them are correct. Okay. Then We study each one of them in details. Let's start with the somatic cell. We say that somatic are called body cells, as you can see, body, and it makes your body tissue, your body organs, everything except the sexual cell or sex cell, not sexual organs. Testes and the ovary, reproductive organs are considered as somatic cells. Okay, and somatic cells are diploid. About gametes, they are the sex cell, and firstly you must differentiate between the sex cell and the sex organs. There's a difference between sex cell and sex organs. In the sex cell, in male is sperm, in female is ovum or eggs. In females, sex cell is called eggs or ova, the plural, or ovum singular. Okay, in males it's called sperm. But the sex organs is testis in male and ovaries in female. Okay, you must know the difference between them because the six organs are diploid. Six organs are diploid. Testis and ovary are diploid. But gametes, six cell, is haploid. Gametes are haploid. Okay, and you must differentiate between the expression germ cell and gametes. Germ cell refers to sperm and ovum, six cell, but gametes refers to the six organs, testis or ovaries. So you must differentiate between them. And we talking about the number of chromosomes. Number of chromosomes are similar in different species or different. And the number of chromosomes in the same species are different or similar. All organisms have different number of chromosomes. As you can see in this table, for example, the goldfish, 94, the potato plant, 48, human, 46, pea plant, 14, fruit fly, 8, and so on. So, number of chromosomes is not the same or not similar in different species, but it's different. Okay, the same species all have the same number of chromosomes. Okay, and the number of chromosomes is not related to the development of the species. For example, human 46, goldfish 94. So, according to the number of chromosomes, we can say that the goldfish is more complexity than human, more developed. No. So, the number of chromosomes is not related to complexity or development of the species. But you can say that number of chromosomes is character characterized a species about other. And we see that humans have 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs. You know this information. And we explain new term which is called homologous chromosomes. What is the meaning of homologous chromosomes? The meaning of homologous chromosomes, they are chromosomes similar to each other, carry the same gene, one from father and another from mother. Again, what is the meaning of homologous chromosomes? Homologous chromosomes, they are similar, they are carry the same gene, one from father and another from father. They are paired together. Just in meiosis division, no homologous chromosomes paired during mitosis. They paired up during meiosis only. This slide explain the homologous chromosomes. They are have the same general shape, same structure. One from mother, other from father. Okay, and they have the copies of the same gene, carry the same trait. Maybe the different copies because they are different DNA. The DNA of your father different than your mother, but they are carry the same copy of gene. And we explain new term is called karyotype. This figure is called karyotype, and we classify the chromosomes according to the types of the cell into two types of chromosomes. Chromosomes related to somatic cells or body cells, and chromosome related to the sex cell. All chromosomes carry the genes of the somatic cells, and chromosome carry the gene or traits related to the sex cell. We have 23 pairs, as you can see. What the meaning of karyotype? Karyotype is the arrangement of the chromosomes in descending order according to their size. Again, karyotype, the arrangement, as you can see, of the chromosomes in descending order from number 1 till number 22 according to the size. Okay, so the first 22 chromosomes are called body chromosome from number 1 till number 22. They are called body chromosomes or called autosomes. The first 22 chromosomes, autosomes, carry the traits about the body cell, carry the traits about the body cell. And the chromosome number 23 is the sex chromosome, but is not related to this arrangement. If the chromosome number 23 applied to this arrangement, it will be take the place number 7, seventh place. here. But the scientists want to separate the autosomes and sex chromosomes, so it lies in the end of the karyotype. The sex chromosome from this karyotype, you can identify the kind of the person from the chromosome number 23. If the karyotype chromosome number 23XX, it will refers to the female. If the chromosome number 23XY, it will be male. So the karyotype is very important for both types of cells, whether body or sex cell. In sex cell, it used to identify or determine the kind of the person, whether it male or female. In body cells, scientists used karyotype to identify some kind of these diseases, some kind of antibodies for making serum, like the COVID-19 now. They studied the karyotype, the chromosome, the person carried the virus to know the structure and the gene of the COVID-19. So we have two types of chromosomes. Autosomes. Autosomes means body chromosome and sex chromosome. We have just one sex chromosome. This is part we explain it. If organism has XX, it will be female. XY, it will be male. These figures of karyotype show the two kind of person. As you can see in the end of the karyotype, the chromosome number 23. In the left side, XY, so it will be male. On the right side, XX, so it will be female. Okay, and X and Y or X and X are mating or form after fertilization. After fertilization, which means the fusion between the male gametes and female gametes, sperm in male and ovum in female. After fertilization, the embryo or the zygote, if it's normal, it will contain the total number of chromosomes, 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs, but sex cell will be haploid. Okay, that means cell have one copy of the homologous pair. And this paragraph explains the meaning of diploid full number of chromosomes, and haploid, and so on. Okay. The last statement is about abnormal cells or the persons or children with some mutation when the pregnant woman exposure to some radiation, some chemicals or toxic chemicals, it causes some disorder of the genes, so it may cause mutation, like what? Like Down syndrome, like Klinefelter female syndrome. It makes the number of chromosomes exchange. You know that number of chromosomes in human 46. So if the number of chromosomes becomes 47, so the person which have 47 chromosomes are abnormal. So it's called mutations. Down syndrome, Rett syndrome, Turner syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, they are different types. For example, Down syndrome, the human or the person have extra number, chromosome number 21. If you remember the karyotype, the chromosome number 22, 21, sorry, like this, just two homologous. So it will be triple, will be triple. Okay. The extra chromosome come from where? You know that you take the chromosome from your father and from your mother, and each one of them have 23 pairs, but you take half from father and another half from mother. For example, number 21 chromosome in male and in female, they are two. You take one from male, one from female, so you have two like them. The disorder causes what? Maybe in you, from your mother, from your father, that homologous chromosomes is not separated. So you inherited both of them. So you inherited like from your father the both of them, and you take this from your mother, or the reverse. You take both chromosomes from your mother and take one from your father. So you have extra chromosome number 21. So it causes mutation. This mutation is called Down syndrome. Down syndrome, they are persons have mental traditions, have some diseases, maybe reach limit age and die. There are different characteristics for them. There are two questions for you. Okay. This slide explain meiosis is similar to mitosis or not. Meiosis is similar to mitosis in the form of nuclear division. Both of them, the nucleus is divided, but mitosis occurs in diploid cell, but meiosis occurs in haploid cell, which means the mitosis occurs in body cell, while meiosis occurs in sickle cell. And sickle cell undergo division, is called meiosis. This slide compare between the meiosis and mitosis. So we finished section 6.1. Okay, just have 5 minutes. So I will explain rapidly the meiosis division. We know that meiosis division is two stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Firstly, I want to take the attendance. 1 minute. Okay. Meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. Meiosis 1 includes 4 phases: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, and it's the same in the second stage. What happens during the prophase 1? During the prophase 1, we know that the nuclear membrane disappear and the nucleus disappear and the spindle fibers from the two centrioles above the nucleus are formed, and then the duplicated chromosomes are condensed. And at the end of the prophase, you can note that the homologous chromosomes are paired up. Then in metaphase 1, the spindle fibers pulled the chromosome from the midrib from their centromeres. So they form one row. They form one row formed from the homologous chromosome, and they are called tetrad because they are four. Then the cell enters the anaphase 1. In anaphase 1, the homologous chromosomes, as you can see here, will separate from each other and move to opposite side of the cell. But the sister chromatids still or remains attached. Then the last phase of the meiosis 1, telophase 1. In telophase 1, the cell begins to shrink from the middle to be ready for the division, to divide into two new cells. Telophase, it reverts to the prophase. So the process that occurs during prophase will be reversed in telophase. So the spindle fibers will disappear, the nuclear membrane is formed again, and the nucleus is formed again, and then the cell undergoes cytokinesis, which means divide of the cytoplasm, and then the cell divides into two new cells. But you can see that the cell start with four chromosomes, as you can see, four chromosomes, and the two new cells at the end of telophase 1, they are two. Each cell contains two, which means the cell becomes haploid, cell. Then the two new cells result from the telophase 1 enters the second stage of meiosis, which is meiosis 2. Meiosis 2 is similar to mitosis, similar to meiosis. The two new cells contains, for example, in this figure, two chromosomes, and they will end with two. But each cell will divide into two. So the total of producing cell will be, at the end, will be 4. Meiosis 2 is similar to meiosis. And I forget, the most important phenomena occurs in prophase 1, which is crossing over phenomena, which is responsible for the genetic diversity in human beings. The means of crossing over phenomena during the forming of tetrad or homologous chromosomes, the inner chromatids, the two inner, for example, the inner two chromatids here, they are very close to each other. They will make exchange, so it causes the means of genetic diversity or genetic variation. Okay, guys, any problem? I hope you are ready for the quiz tomorrow, inshallah. Okay. So I make a revision, rapid revision for the two sections to be ready for the online course. Good luck. See you soon next session, inshallah. Goodbye.